Rev up your engines. Today I'm going to show you how to make a spare key. Now, you buy the key. I bought this online, Amazon, save money. But you got to get it cut to fit the other key. It's an Immobilizer key, and that's got to be programmed, which I can do. The problem is finding a place that will cut the key. Now, luckily, I found a real locksmith, Glover's Lock, here in Clarksville, and they did a nice job and cut me a key for $2. Yes, there are still honest, forthright people in this world, because you gotta hear this story. I went to this Rural King right here. There's a Rural King. Brought in the blank key that was a Toyota H, just like the key that goes in the Tacoma, the Toyota H. And I said, can you cut me a key? You got a key machine? They said, no, we can't because of liability concerns. You did not buy the key here. I said, well, what does that have to do with anything? So I said, okay, sell me the key and you can cut me one, but I'm sure you're not going to have one. And of course, I refused to cut this one because of liability concerns. Nobody knows what that is. It's just the key. I'm going to program it myself. Now, I attempted to be logical and explain, hey, don't you find this rather absurd that I've got the key here? It's made by Toyota. You got a key machine. You can easily cut me a key and I will pay you for it. So no, we can't do that. And then the woman who said she was the manager, if I owned a store, I would fire her on the spot. But she says, have a nice day. Now, there's just something about people telling you to have a nice day after they basically just gave you the finger and said, you have the keys, we got a machine, but we're not going to cut the key for you. But have a nice day. Well, you know what I say to Rural King? If they can't treat people fairly, hey, go out of business. That's what I say. You got a key machine and you're not going to use it, get rid of the key machine. Don't have it sitting there. Thank goodness I found a real locksmith down the street who charged me $2 to do it. So now we got to program it. Now these are called Immobilizer keys because they immobilize the car. They do not let it start. I had it cut at the locksmith, so it's the same. It goes in and it turns the key, but it will not start the car. That's where a machine like this X tool comes in handy. This is a $600-something scan tool. It's an excellent scan tool. It does all kinds of stuff, but it also programs keys. You can see it's got a cool interface, but that's just for show. For the key, it's just like scanning a tool. You go to the OBD port there. That will plug in there then. But before we go any further, this is why I tell people, always have 2 known good keys for your car, because you need a good key in order to program the new key. If you don't, you'll have to buy the lock assembly, then your doors will have different locks. It's a pain in the butt. So always have 2 known good keys. I had a customer a few years ago in Houston, had a Toyota Prius, had one of those keyless ignition systems. They lost their keys. They didn't have one. They ended up having to tow it to the Toyota dealer, and it cost them over $1,500. They had to do computer work. They had to reprogram everything because there wasn't a good key to make a copy of. And whether it's a transponder with no cut key or a cut key that's got an immobilizer in it, you gotta have one to make another. So make sure you have a good one. If you buy a car and only has 1 key, quick, go get another one made. If you lost your key like my son did for his Tacoma, they still had another key that his wife had. That's why I'm making this copy, so they'll have 2 at least. You gotta have 2, because if you lose one and you don't have another, it's going to be an expensive, gigantic pain in the rear end to make a key that's going to start your car. Here we go back. We're at the X tool. Now, it does all kinds of things. It's quite an interesting Chinese design tool. It's a newish company, X tool. We've got special functions. And of course, what do we want to do? He always says, oh, wow, we're not responsible for anything that happens. Well, you got to agree to that. So we got a Toyota. And it's Immobilizer, so we'll push Immobilizer. Now, what kind of Immobilizer is it? Okay, you might say, oh, this is insane. It's impossible. Well, not really. Here's the original key. And check out the inside of it. Right there, it says H. H. See the big H there? Now, this is also the reason you want to buy an OEM replacement key. The other ones often don't work, but you can see this is a Toyota OEM replacement key. And what does it say right here? Well, it doesn't say anything. We got to flip it over there. There's the H. It's the correct key. Type 4, H. This is a 2017, so it's 2015 up, and it tells you what to do. Okay, it says failed to connect because we didn't have the key in. Put the key in, turn it on, so we push add a key. You need submaster to add other keys. So, you got the master key in? Yeah, okay. Then it says put the key in, put the key in. Then you watch while this flashes. When it stops flashing, now it stopped flashing, you push the magic button and voila! When we turn the new key, start right up. The new key is programmed and it will start the car. Now, you never know with any of these things, so what I advise is take it out and get your original key. Make sure it still works. Sometimes if you push the wrong button, you'll erase that key and you got to reprogram the whole thing. Let's see what happens with the original key. Now it still starts up, so it's all fine. Now I have a $6,000 machine that programs keys like this too, but I think I'm much happier with a $600 one that works quite well. Now odds are you're not going to buy any of this stuff yourself. You're going to pay somebody to do it, but take my advice. Make sure you got the 2 keys, so if you lose one, you always have a key. Then you can drive it to the locksmith. You don't have to pay for a house call, and they can program it for you, and you don't have to spend a small fortune. Because this machine does everything. Immobilizer, smart keys, and if you lost all your smart keys and have to start from scratch, time moves on with these machines. People keep making better ones. It's kind of like warfare. Somebody makes a good weapon and they find a defense against it. So of course, the modern ones that are more complex, they need more complex computers in order to make them operate. If you do lose a key, this is why I have to keep saying it over and over again. Make sure you got at least 2 known good keys. So if you lose one, you got one hidden away somewhere, so you can have copies made of it easily enough. But under no circumstances, don't get those magnetic boxes and hide a key inside your fender. The thieves know that. Do not hide it on the car. If you have a keyless system with no key, just the fob, do not put a spare in the vehicle, because then anybody can come in, it knows the key is in the car, push the start button, and then drive away with your car. You need to put them in a secure place. Here's another key tip. You shouldn't do like I do. Do as I say, not as I do. You don't want a bunch of keys all together, because if you do have a keyless remote system, the different ones can interfere with each other. So you don't want to have a bunch of them together. Now, that said, this is just an immobilizer key. It's not a keyless ignition system. It's not going to be interfering with anything else. These are just remotes. That doesn't start the car. This starts the car. But if you do have keyless systems, you only want to have each one by itself. Don't hook them all together on a chain. Put them in separate places. You don't want to have them interacting with each other while you're driving down the road. You can get electromagnetic interference between them all, and all kinds of weird crap can happen. So now you got a better idea how these immobilizer key systems work, and why you're going to need an honest mechanic like me with one of these machines to reprogram it. Or if you've got a friendly locksmith, they're getting harder and harder to find. Chains are taking over everything, but there's still locksmiths around because people lose their keys. They need them reprogrammed. And a locksmith will come to your house if you can't get your car going. And they can reprogram the stuff if they know what they're doing. You need somebody who knows what they're doing, because when I was back in Houston, before all this equipment came out, I had to pay people to do customers' cars if the customer didn't have a key and towed it to me. And man, I had bunches of them come. And if you do call up a guy like that and he says, well, it's $100 whether it works or not, don't call them, because it might not work, because they might not know what they're doing. You want somebody like me who's honest and say, look, I don't charge anything till I'm done. And if I can't program it, I don't charge anything. That's the reason you want to always have 2 keys. Because then you'll never be in that situation in the first place. You'll have another key. You can start the car up. You can drive it to the locksmith where all their equipment is. You don't have to pay for a service fee. You just come and say, do you have keys? What do you charge for the keys? Or if you're cheap like me, I bought this on Amazon, bring it in, they can cut it and program it for you. Now, some guys won't do that, so you got to ask them ahead of time, will you program a key that I got? They might say, no, but you see what their prices are, and tell them that you want OEM. You can see this is the Toyota OEM. I bought it online. It's Toyota OEM, but I got it cheaper because I bought it online. And it's got the H. They're always coded. They got numbers on them. Order the right one. Amazon's pretty good, because when you order on Amazon, you put in your card, it'll say this fits your car or this doesn't fit your car. So it's pretty easy to do on Amazon. But if you got a spare, you're in much better shape than if you have no key at all. Then somebody's got to come to your house, or you got to tow your car to them, which is an expensive pain in the butt because you lost the only key you had. Now, don't get me wrong, immobilizer keys are great. They make cars much harder to steal because it's a 2 system. You gotta have a key to turn, but you also have to chip so the car will start. Now, when it comes to the keyless ignition systems, I am not a big fan of them for one big reason. Since there's no cut key, the only thing that's keeping them from getting in is coming from the key to tell the car that it's the right key. And believe me, you open your car with your remote since you don't have a key. Thieves can be around with machines that get that information. They can easily buy blank remote start keyless ignition system. They can get those fobs on Amazon, and then if they have a machine like I have, they can steal your car. Even with my machine, they can't steal your car because they need a physical key that's cut that fits in the ignition and turns. As far as I'm concerned, these were a great leap forward so people don't steal your cars. The keyless systems, it's a step backwards. It may be higher technology, but in terms of actual car safety, it's a step backwards because it now makes it easier for people to steal your cars. There's guys out there, they can get that and they can have my machine and they can reprogram it and they drive away with your car. The new cars don't have that. As far as I'm concerned, it's stupid. On top of they cost a lot more money to fix, and when they break, it's really complex. It's not just a simple turning a key and it's recognizing an immobilizer chip. I mean, heck, GM and Ford had immobilizer chips a long time ago. It's a tried and true technology, and it's harder to break into because you got two systems. Now you know how immobilizer chips work, why you need two keys in case you lose one, and how you can have another one programmed pretty easily if the mechanic knows what the heck he's doing. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.